As I sit with Senator Chris Dodd in his campaign headquarters, why do you run? Why do you? You could stay as senator. You're a senior senator. You have a great position. I'm sure you have a life that would be a simpler life to lead, and yet you're out here running around 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. What are you thinking?
Well, I didn't do this before. Obviously, I think I'm the only candidate that's not run before among the Democrats. They've all either run before or been on the tickets before. I never had this ambition at age 10 or 12 that my life would be unfulfilled if I didn't run or be elected to the presidency.
You mean you don't have a master plan that's laid out that says I'm going to be here and then I'm going to go there and I'm going to go over there?
No. And the proof I offer that is I'm a father of a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. At age 63, that's not a master plan, I can tell you.
I think that's probably a fair conclusion.
Delightful daughters, by the way. I'm enjoying every second of it here. What a wonderful surprise to have in your life. And frankly, a lot of
Wait a second, let's come back to that for a second. Was that surprise?
Not really. I mean, I got started late in this business. I have a wonderful wife. We wanted, and both of us wanted to have children, and I didn't know if we would or not. I mean, obviously I was 57 when Grace was born, so I thought life might have actually moved along, and that might not have happened.
If I can go down that path for a second, I remember a conversation I had with Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned to him I have 4 kids, 4 girls actually, mm-hmm. and he has a couple of kids himself, and I said, you're out on the campaign trail doing this abstract thing, because that's the nature of what it is every campaign trail does. And you're missing real concrete things in your own life. Why would you do that? His answer was interesting, but it's the same question for you. I mean, you're missing concrete, real things that you can never get back because every day you're on the trail, you don't get to spend with them, which really says something, doesn't it?
Well, first of all, my family's moved out here. I mean, I did something no other candidate's done. I actually rented a house for 6 or 8 weeks in Iowa because for that very reason, I didn't want to miss those things here. So I get home at night, I wake up in the morning with my daughters. I'm not just missing all of that. Take my daughter to school every day that she was here in Des Moines before going off for the day. So I've tried to sort of balance those legitimate interests here. And also ask myself the question, Grace was born 2 days after 9/11, on September 13th, 2001. She was actually, my wife was going into labor the morning of 9/11, and she was put on steroids for 2 days, and Grace arrived at 5:38 on September 13th. And I've asked myself the question because I looked at her that day knowing the world had just changed forever 48 hours earlier. And the question was, what kind of a world, what kind of a country is she going to grow up in? And you could make that choice, in a sense. And I decided if I cared that much about it, that I wanted to be able to answer the question she would one day ask her father, what did you do when things were going wrong and so much was at stake? And I didn't think it was an adequate answer just to say, I decided I wanted to be up your life, to be up with you. I care about that. But I care far more about whether or not I'm able to create an environment where her dreams and her hopes and her aspirations and all the things we want her to realize. And my great concern was we were heading in the wrong direction. Our country was not on its feet. Our reputation globally was falling apart. I served in the Peace Corps back in the 60s. I served in the military. I had strong feelings about our reputation and what we need to understand about the rest of the world. And if I honestly thought I had something to contribute to all of this, why not try? Why not try to make that difference? And someday I'd have to answer that question, which you said to me, why didn't you spend a little more time with me? My answer would be, I tried to do everything I could so that you'd have a future worth talking about. And so you try and balance those interests, hence moving them out here so I can spend some of that time with them, but simultaneously doing something that I think can make a difference for them and their futures.
Senator, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.